mystery and horror. The air itself is filled with monsters.
Children of the night, what music they make. It's alive! It's alive!
Well, hello, all you monster fiends, and thank you for joining us for another deep dive, factoid-filled episode exploring Hollywood's most famous monsters. I am your mistress of ceremonies, Sam, and I'm joined, as always, by Dan from Bleed and Marvelous. Say hello, Dan.
Do you know how hard it is to make it as an indie band these days? There's so many of us, and we're all so cute. And if you don't get on Letterman or some soundtrack, you're screwed. Okay, Satan is our only hope. We're working with the beast now. We've got to make a really big impression on him. And to do that, we're going to have to butcher you and bleed you. And then Dirk here, he's going to wear your face. Hiya!
Fuck you, Adam Brody. If I have to hear that fucking song one more time.
Through the trees, I am with you. I mean, damn good job at writing something really freaking annoying. I'm not going to lie. A damn good job at that.
Yes. Hi, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Monsters of North podcast. If you don't already know, we're doing Jennifer's Body today. Great, fun possession movie.
Correct.
Yeah. So I'll do the disclaimer, and then we're going to crack on open Jennifer's Body. That sounds terrible. So, everything discussed in today's episode is our opinions, and it's our opinions alone. If you'd like to discuss anything from today's episode, please come and join us on our socials. Or you can join us in the comments section where we can have an open discussion. But what we won't have is anyone come in for us and tell us our opinions are wrong, because we can all agree to disagree in fandom. So, let's keep it fun, keep it kind, and keep the toxic behaviour out of nerdism.
I'm going to say this loud for the ones in the back, because I do feel like we all need to hear this, especially in these crazy times. Don't be a dick.
I echo what the lady says.
Thank you.
Just don't. So, I need to find a new word, Dan. I'm sick of saying so. But to be honest, it's my prompt word. If I don't say it, then I confuse myself and I don't know what I'm doing.
So,
Jennifer's Body is a 2009 comedy.
I'll take comedy. I think
comedy. Wow. Okay. Film directed by Karen Kasuma.
Yeah.
And written by Diablo Cody, starring Megan Fox, Amanda Seyfried, Johnny Simmons, J.K. Simmons, Amy Sedaris, and Adam Brody. The film follows Jennifer Check, a demonical possessed high school student who kills her male classmates and devours their flesh in order to survive. She's evil. And not just high school evil. As Monsters of North brings you Jennifer's Body.
This whole film failed for reasons that are so stupid. It didn't fail at the box office. It was a 16 million budget and made like 31 million back. So it was a success in the respect of it doubled practically its budget. So tick.
Bravo.
The marketing people didn't understand the assignment. So this film came to a mixed reception because nobody really understood what they were watching. They didn't know whether it was a feminist-based movie or an empowerment movie, or it's been accused of being queer baiting, this film. It's also been accused of sexualizing teenagers, and then there's this whole other thing where they're just purely sexualizing Megan Fox, which we will get into later. But the marketing company did not know what to do with this film, and some of the ideas they came out with were absolutely fucking abhorrent. I'm not gonna lie, it's shocking. how they wanted to
Really?
market this. The marketing team, right now, as most people know, Diablo Cody is, I would, should I go as far as calling her a feminist?
Yes, I would.
Yeah. Now, Juno, I've watched once. It is an okay film. Juno's one of her favorite, like her biggest well-known film, I would say.
She won an Oscar for it.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me because I just didn't like the subject matter, so it didn't really appeal to me. So I watched it once, like tick it and done. But this one, it was more in my wheelhouse. It was a horror, and I thought, oh, and they made her tone it down so much from the original scripts that were out there that it didn't get the chance to be the fully realized version that she wanted. And so there was a lot more involved in the version that we could have got compared to the version that we did get. So when the marketing company looked at the final cut or the release that they were going to do, they decided that what they wanted to do is get Megan Fox to start doing interviews with amateur porn sites.
No, no, no.
Yeah, as part of a I think the only way I can sort of do this is by explaining the fact that in this movie she is possessed by a succubus, plural person, thing, demon. Yeah. And it gives her this overtly sexual kind of nature that she gains from it. And they misread the empowerment that I think that Diablo Cody was trying to put across. They mistook that and they applied it to, oh, let's sell the sex, let's sell Megan Fox is this really hot woman in Hollywood at the moment, so she's a buzzword. She's this person, she's Transformers, woo, hot pants, cars. And they released the material 8 months before the movie was due to be shown, like released officially. They released all this promo material, so 8 months prior to the movie coming out. So people have forgotten about the movie by the time it got there as well.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember this fondly. I do love Juno. To be honest, out of the two, I think this is Diablo's stronger work. But I do enjoy Juno. I think because it was a time of Michael Cera.
Oh,
It
see,
was
that's the problem with me. I cannot stand Michael Cera.
oh, I love him. I do. I've got such a soft spot for him. So it was, and I took to that movie. So it was. These movies remind me so much of Heather's. Just the way that the way that they speak to each other is so different that it really has that reminiscence of Heather's. But I do remember this coming out, but I was a massive Megan Fox fan. I can't, and will call me out on my bullshit if I try and even skirt around that. I loved Transformers. I mean, I'm a Transformer fan anyway, but I loved her in Transformers. I loved her in Teenage Confession of a Teenage Drama Queen. I really love that film. I would anything that she was in, I was watching, and I used to have a poster, and it's her in a cheerleader's outfit. It's the cheerleader's outfit from here that used to be in my room. I absolutely idolized her. I thought she was perfection on screen. I didn't give two hoots if she could fucking act or not.
I think she plays this person well. This kind of like,
This is so her.
and she also does the Transformers part well. We know that she plays the pretty but yet take no shit kind of girl.
Yeah.
Really well. But then she ran the danger of consistently getting trapped in that bubble for a long time.
Massively.
And then Hollywood wouldn't take her seriously after the whole interview, which happened to be the same year that this film came out, that interview, that she completely teabagged her career with. But not because of what the content of what she had to say was completely misconstrued, right?
Mhm.
And they took snippets of it and they only published the bits that were juicy,
Yeah.
which obviously they will. But that then I think also put a dark cloud over this movie because same year, same it was released, and she was a divisive figure. She was starting to get blacklisted because of what she said about Michael Bay. Um, and
Was she wrong?
well, this is the thing, right? The whole interview, I've got what she actually said here about it because she was treated so badly. There's a history of how badly Megan Fox was treated on a whole or across any movie that she's worked on. So she loved doing this one because she was treated like a person. It wasn't like
Mhm.
a commodity. But when she was 15, she auditioned for a movie for Bad Boys 2 for Michael Bay. So when she was 15, they asked her to dress in the Stars and Stripes bikini in 8-inch heels and a cowboy hat, and she was supposed to be in a stripper club. And the guys actually turned around to Michael and was like, "We can't do this. She's 15. You can't have her in a bar area and all this stuff." So they were like, "Right, okay." So what did he do? He stuck her under a waterfall in a bikini. And there's this whole waterfall scene of her coming out. And 15, bear in mind, 15. Okay. So do with that as you will. Nothing untoward happened in that. She said she didn't feel like it was anything gross.
Icky.
It's just icky for people looking in, which
Yeah.
again, understandable. But the quote that they took out of context was she said she was in an interview in 2009 and she said, when asked about Michael Bay, he's like Napoleon and he wants to create this insane, infamous madman reputation. He wants to be like Hitler on his sets, and he is. So he's a nightmare to work for. But when you get him away from set and he's not in director mode, I kind of really enjoy his personality because he's so awkward, so hopelessly awkward. He has no social skills at all, and he's endearing to watch him. He's vulnerable and fragile in real life, and then on set, he's a tyrant. Shia and I almost die when we make a Transformers movie. He has you do some of the really insane things that insurance would never let you do. That's all she said. And all they took out of that, he wants to be like Hitler on his sets. And that is the one quote that they took out of that whole thing she said. And she got blacklisted for a very long time over that. Mm. So,
Bloody hell. I remember the interview. I
mm,
remember her not seeing, I think Jonah Hex
yeah,
was poo him. Do you know what? I feel there's something I just want to give the girl a big cuddle. I just want to give the girl a big cuddle and just say it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. Because relationship wise,
I mean, Brian Green, Brian,
Brian something Green. I'm trying to think. I'm trying
yeah,
to 90 Beverly Hills 90210. I had no business pursuing her. I know they've gone on and had kids together and the age aligns up, but it didn't initially.
there's a lot of question marks over that one, and then there's more question marks over this nonsense with this absolute fucking wallop. Um, I'm not a fan
No, me neither.
of BB Gun Pete. Um,
Pete.
I can't. I
Oh,
think the guy is an absolute wallop. Um,
I'll give him this. I didn't mind him in the dirt, but that was because I had no idea at the time who he was.
I don't think you're an actor, son. Stop trying. You're not a good singer. You can't enter the sphere and take on some of the biggest people in that genre and then rip them a new think you're ripping them a new one and going up against them when these people have been doing this twice as long as you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not overly an Eminem fan, but you don't go up and start ripping Eminem a new one when the guy's got the history that he's got.
He is a juggernaut and he is an assassin on the microphone. And he knocked you out of a genre you can't even get back into again.
And then he attempted rock and he was like slagging off AC/DC and slagging off some of the big, huge rock bands that have set the way for many bands to stand on shoulders of. And it's like, dude, you got no idea what you're doing or you know what you're doing. I'm somewhere in the he's either really stupid
I think
Oh, he knows how far to push people to get the reaction, to get the watches, to get the likes, to get the social media posts, to get the attention. So
yeah, you might be right.
I'm kind of on the I'm on the scale with him at the moment. I'm leaning
It's
towards him being thick as fuck, but
yeah, yeah. It's the engagement ring. I can't.
Oh.
I can't. Yeah, how the fuck do you justify that? Like you can't. And oh, like I say, I just want to go and give her a big cuddle. I really do. I don't think the girl is a terrible person at all. When the 10-year anniversary for this came up, they did a lot of horror podcasts did a huge they made it such a huge deal about the 10-year anniversary, and they had her on. She was like elated and so excited and couldn't believe that, oh my, you're talking about this film, this, like, she was just so enamored by it all. It was lovely hearing her
Mm.
not just talk about it, but also hear back what people had to say about it, because I don't think she's heard that kind of praise, like, over one film. I generally don't. She came across like in shock, like, oh, okay, I've not really heard this before.
Well, she said it was her favorite film she's ever worked on because she felt so comfortable on the set to be. It wasn't coerced. Like the director was female, the writer was female. She wasn't coerced into acting specific ways. The director was still asking her to obviously directing the movie because that's what they do, and the part was written the way it was, but she was not. She didn't have that level of that weight of expectation. Oh, sex it up, make it more sexy. Like every movie she'd ever done up
Yeah,
until that point, it was all about what she looked like,
yeah.
over the talent kind of situation. And oddly, here's a weird fact. This is one of Helen Mirren's favorite movies.
That just makes me feel so much better about life.
So
I love it. I have done from the second I saw it. I saw it straight away as soon as I could, and have done. And I have such a lot of love for this film. But what I didn't know was the potential alternative cast for this.
there was some choices made.
Huh, to be honest, I always had a thing about Amanda Sedgefield. I was like, I don't know where you fit in movies for me. I love you as Karen in Mean Girls. I think I love that. But for Needy, I didn't know until I watched it today, and I went, no, you are perfect for this. You were meant to be Needy. If it had been Emma Stone, as it was potentially going to be,
Hmm.
I would have definitely thought you are definitely not Needy.
But is that because you know Emma Stone from doing other movies now, or at
Potentially. Yeah, you
16 years
probably
ago when this come out, would you have been like, oh yeah, she would have been a good Needy? Because
you're
when she
probably
does,
right.
when she does, is it Easy A, the Scarlet Letter, whatever that one was with her dad was Stanley Tucci.
I,
There's that film
I
she did.
fucking love that film, but it
Is
sounds
it was it
funny.
Easy A?
Easy, yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed that film. I'm not
I love
really
it.
likes that kind of thing, but I enjoyed it because I will always watch a Stanley Tucci movie. But yeah, because now she's obviously done like Little Things, and that Poor Things movie was like an Oscar buzz,
She's
and
yeah,
yeah.
she's definitely advanced, hasn't she? I love House Bunny though.
I
Never
don't think she does a
Needy.
bad Gwen Stacy, to be fair. She was Gwen
No,
Stacy, wasn't she?
yeah.
Was she
And
Gwen? Yeah.
she looked the part, she played the part. I don't have anything against Emma Stone at all. I loved when she played Cruella de Vil. My God, did I just want to change my wardrobe up to monochrome, and like I would have done, I would have gone the whole hog. But for some reason, I think Needy's such a difficult character to
Mhm.
cast.
Yeah. We all know that girl though.
We do. And yeah, I always thought, you know, you're probably right. It could have been anyone in there, and I still probably would have had the same feelings. Are you really needy?
That's fair. I mean, the other option, for Jennifer, did you see who that was?
If you're going to say this person's name, go on.
It's very muddy at the moment, the name. So my
Mm.
opinion will be loose and brief. Kind of, yeah, explains the situation. Mrs. Reynolds. Blake Lively. She was originally going to be cast as Jennifer. Now she had prior commitments and she couldn't make
Thank
them.
Christ.
I can't see it. I think because I never watched Gossip Girl, so for me, I don't know that kind of character she played in that, and whether that is what they were trying to get for Jennifer, and that would have played really well. I don't know. So
Do you know that woman fooled me?
she fooled everyone.
She fooled me when the Deadpool and Wolverine movie was coming out. Like, I was on the fucking hype train. Like, I was buzzing for this film, and the support and everything she was giving to her husband, the fact that she was in it, her kids were in it, and I was following all the. I do like my fashion in a way, and I followed all of the red carpets and looking at everything. Everything she wore was something to credit to the film, and I was like, "Oh my God, isn't she like just? Isn't that just lovely?" And then the bombshell went off, and I was like, oh, you're just a horrible And then I started to learn more and more about her, and I was like, you're not nice at all, really, are you?
And the sad thing is, I think, and this isn't me justifying anything, but I feel like maybe Ryan was just trying to be a supportive husband.
I want to believe that.
I do. I want to believe that
I
because
want to believe that.
the the only two other people that would know the answer, that would have had any kind of personal standpoint or view on it, like, you know, from the other side of things, would be Alanis Morissette because they were engaged and Scarlett Johansson because they were married. So they are the two other people that Ryan Reynolds would know Ryan Reynolds in a personal manner, but way before the Ryan he is now, obviously. Um, and no one really has a bad word to say about him.
Mm-mm.
No one. So either he is very clever with how he lawyers up everybody,
Yeah.
or he just genuinely is a nice bloke. And he's Canadian, so let's not forget that they are just by nature nice
By
people.
nature, yeah, they are.
So,
They'll say sorry to anything. They're as bad as us, really.
so yeah, I mean, I think the whole situation, she wouldn't have worked for me. I don't think I would have watched this movie really if she'd
No,
been in it. And it's not because Megan Fox was in it that I watched it. Because also, let's not forget, it's got another very divisive character in it, Mr. Chris Pratt, with a very small cameo in this as Romans.
thank.
So
This is. Do you know what? I can get around it because this is pre movie star Chris Pratt.
yeah, we're talking pre-abandonment of
This
his first family, Chris Pratt.
and just utter shit that comes out of his mouth.
And yeah, religion, rhetoric, and Schwarzeneggerness. Oh,
And
I'm gonna say that again. Schwarzeneggerness. Schwarzeneggerness. Because
you sound like Sean Connery.
yeah, Schwarzeneggerness.
I like it. Yeah, I just this is Parks and Rec. This is Andy. This is Andy from Parks and Rec era.
This is Andy progressing out of Parks and Rec, because you got chubby Andy that we all know,
Yes.
and you can see he's slightly getting a bit more fitter. And when I say fit, I'm not talking the Ute term of fit. I'm talking physically fit here. You can see there's been effort
Yeah.
put in to go from Andy to the next kind of phase, you
It's
know.
hilarious because during Parks and Rec is still filming while he's doing Guardians of the Galaxy, where he gets Guardians of the Galaxy, and they have an episode where they go to London. Ron Swanson in London is the funniest fucking thing ever. But it's when Andy comes on the screen and he goes, Jesus Christ, what did London do to you? Because he's buff as anything.
When he tries to pay for everything in dollars, like in London, he's going, I can't buy anything in this place. Nobody expects it. Like, no one takes the money. And it's like, no,
Love this man
yeah.
so much. It's any time a Ron Swanson clip comes up on TikTok, it's always when he's in a restaurant, and I am watching that until the end. And he's like, I'm gonna order bacon, and he's going, okay, I've got that. And he goes, I don't think you have. Repeat it back to me. Or when someone offers him a salad.
Oh, I'm not eating what a rabbit would eat.
I love it. Yeah, yeah. Chris Pratt is in this movie.
Mhm.
There was gossip on the Doomsday set, and been a falling out between two actors who will not work together now, and things have had to change. And there's been a few little controversies on the set of Doomsday, and what were you imagining? The room full of all them actors and egos. And you got two of the biggest egos in Hollywood with RDJ and Ryan Reynolds working on the same movie. So some heads were going to clash. And yeah, there was a story came out that there was two people had a fight. And instantly everyone went to, well, it's Ruffalo and Pratt. Because they are both on the opposite sides politically. And, Chris has a tendency for talking his mind and Ruffalo will fight you on it. But according to insiders, Pratt is nothing but professional on set. He does not bring his politics or his beliefs into work. He goes in, he does he's a nice enough guy, just gets on with it, and Ruffalo's the same. Who had the fight? I did
Uh,
just say it.
yeah, RDJ is definitely one of them.
RDJ, obviously.
And is it male or female?
It's male, and we've been talking about him. It was Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I can see it happening, to be fair. I mean, the problem that you've got is that people forget that RDJ can do comedy and he does it fucking well. Like Tropic Thunder, say what you will about it, was a masterpiece in how a good of an actor that man
Yeah.
is, in the respect of he's a dude playing another dude playing a dude. Do you know what I mean?
And he won't come out of character until the DVD commentary.
But anybody that interviews him from any background, any kind of background, they all ask him how he feels about it. And he always says, I don't feel any which way about it because I was not doing blackface and I was playing a character that was doing it. And it's like, and once he breaks it down, so many people have said it's the best film they've ever seen him in. Like they love him more than that.
Yeah, there's still TikToks made today of people having the same conversation. People from the black community saying, God, this guy is not doing blackface. You have to understand the origins of blackface and also what people will use it for. This was not that.
Yeah.
I loved I loved RDJ from Iron Man. I will admit that. My sister was a fan before my sister is no longer a fan of RDJ because he's clean. She loved the naughty version of RDJ, the one who would constantly be getting arrested or who couldn't stay on the set of Ally McBeal because again he kept getting arrested. But Chaplin is one of her favorite films of all time.
Yeah, the where I started noticing him, other from like Weird Science, where he played like dick characters, but like where I noticed him from was the Elton John video "I Want Love."
That was one of his comebacks. So Iron Man, and that's like his big comebacks.
Yeah, that was his original comeback where he started to where he did that video and then he went on to get a lot more parts again, and then from there he got cast as Iron Man, like because he managed to rebuild his reputation. Then he landed the original, and let's not forget, if it wasn't for Jon Favreau and RDJ, we wouldn't have what we've got now.
No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't.
And that was Paramount as well. Let's not forget that was Paramount that put the money into doing that. That wasn't Disney. It wasn't Marvel. John went to Paramount and went, I want to do an Iron Man comic book movie. They went, you sure? He went, yeah, just give me a couple of million. We'll see where we get with it. Boom. Now we're responsible. That man is responsible for not only relaunching Star Wars, he's relaunched the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Jon Favreau does not get enough credit for what that man has done for modern television and movies right now.
And he was Pete and Friends. Just fucking think about that. I actually do a Marvel watch along podcast. And on the first episode, which is the Iron Man one, if you are interested in the history of how Marvel Studios became Marvel Studios and obviously the starting point and the massive amounts of studios that were involved, go and listen to it because I give you a full history of it all. It's honestly it's an interesting thing to go through because I don't think Dan's right. Nobody realizes what went into making Marvel what it is today. We are not a Marvel podcast. We are horror.
Oh, back to the original movie. The character of talking about alternative castings. Did you see who they were going to get to play the Adam Brody? The character of
it's just flashed over my eyes.
Now, I think it would have worked in one way,
Oh,
but it could have also shit on their entire careers because
oh,
these two bands were very prevalent around that time.
they
So it
were.
could have done the lead, technically, okay, one's a lead singer, one's a bassist from two totally different bands, but either of these
But
murdering a woman and sacrificing her in the woods.
one of them is the face of the band, let's be honest. At the time, I'm not saying that right now. I
Mhm.
have such an appreciation for that band at the moment. They're on, like, the majority of one of their albums is on my playlists. We are actually talking about Fall Out Boy
Mhm.
and Pete Wentz.
Yeah.
And Pete Wentz would have, you are so on it, this was a band of the time.
Mm.
But Pete was such an arrogant motherfucker that he would have ruined it.
He also did a TV show kind of like called the Best Tattoo or Best Ink, that was it.
Mm.
With Sabine. Do you know
Oh
Sabine?
my gosh, I
Model.
know who Sabine is.
And oh
Oh
God,
God, you've just unlocked a
Joe
memory.
Capiabanco as well. Capiabanco.
Mm-hmm.
There was the three of them. He hosted it with Sabine and Joe and Hannah. That was on LA Ink. Hannah.
Oh, Aitchison.
Yes. And then AN, they'd have a guest tattooer on for the third one. They would judge tattoo artists coming on, kind of like the same thing as like Face Off and that sort of idea.
Oh, okay.
And it was a two-series thing. And I will never forget the fact that Pete Wentz came across as a dick on that. And I was really shocked because he always looked just like the cute little baby
Sweet.
face. He didn't
Hmm.
look like he had a personality. And then I saw him on that and I was like, you're a bit of a dick, really, aren't you?
He is. He's awful. He's absolutely not now. God, time is. You got to remember, his band was like huge, and people were just saying yes to him all the time. So he just thought he could get away with all sorts. Very humbled now. Very down to earth person now. We remember when his dick pics got released.
I think that would have done it for anybody. Let's be honest.
That was, bearing in mind the camera quality was shockingly bad, but you still got to saw it. The other one Dan was talking about, I really like this guy. I really do. And I don't know if it's, oh, hang on. Which twin is this?
This is Joel, and I think Joel is the one who's married to Nicole.
Right, so this is the one from Ink Master, Joel
Yeah.
Madden.
Joel Madden, I think is Nicole Richie's husband, and
Yes,
other Madden is Cameron Diaz's husband.
could not put them two together
Yeah.
at all, but when you see them together, it works.
I always forget what the other one's called. It's Joel and the other one.
Joel and
The other one.
it doesn't help. Joel and
As soon as you say it, I'll know who it is. Good Charlotte, basically.
yes, it's the band Good Charlotte, who were, living lifestyle of the rich and famous.
Apparently.
Why do I want to say Bradley? Benji.
Benji, that's it. Yeah, Benji was the one who married Cameron Diaz or
Yes.
partners with.
They look so. I've got a very recent picture of them up in front of us, and they look more like twins now than they did when they initially started Good Charlotte.
Yeah, so Joel
And
Ink Master, didn't he, from Dave
yes,
Navarro,
and he was so good. He
he
did
did
a
a
good
really
job.
good job. But I mean, he doesn't even have to work a day in his life now. He's married into a legacy. So I mean, if you don't know who Nicole Richie is the daughter of Lionel Richie all night long.
Oh,
And
nice.
she's famous in herself for being a spoilt little madam when she was a lot younger, and then she went on to become a fashion designer. I think that's where she sits now.
Yeah, and do you know what? I really like her. I always have done. I've got such a soft spot for her, for Paris Hilton. I
The Good Life
do.
did them no favors, though, or
No,
whatever
it
that was
didn't.
called.
What? Yeah, it really didn't. But there's some parts of it that still get shown today on the likes of TikTok, where Nicole Richie really did stand up for her friend so much because Paris doesn't have a fucking clue what is going on half the time. But Nicole is tuned in and she's listening and she's paying attention when people are mocking her or taking the piss or taking advantage.
Mm.
But they really aimed it more at Paris. And she would literally be like standing, go, "No, I'm not taking this. I don't mind her. Don't get me wrong. I don't have like a huge opinion on her. But Joel really surprised us when he did Ink Master because he just comes across really sweet, really, but he does give it. He gives a fair opinion. He always says, "I'm no professional. However, if this was something on me,
Mm.
which I always like, and Dave Navarro was really good at doing the diplomatic thing.
I have a thing on my wall downstairs, done by one of the Ink Master contestants, Mark Longnecker, who we went to when we went to Florida, when we got engaged back a couple of years ago. They have a show called Spooky Empire, and Spooky Empire always have a tattoo show that's on, and so most of the cast of Ink Master over the years are in
Oh,
there
that's cool.
tattooing. And so Mark Longnecker was in there, and he had these plaques, and they say "In Dave We Trust." And he drew a picture of Dave Navarro in like the Santa Maria kind of like
Yeah.
thing, and that's on my wall downstairs, and it's not come off. I just find it hilarious. But yeah, just it's one of those weird things where when you look at Joel the way he is there, he seems so sweet. I can't see him being doing it the way that Adam Brody did it. Adam Brody did psychotic well, and I think we were so used to seeing Adam Brody in the OC at that point. He was always a
Yes.
long-suffering mate that was always. I mean, I wasn't big on the OC because I was a bit
I
too
watched it.
old for it, but he, I was probably getting drunk when that came out. Let's be honest. Um, he was always the like the little bit of the wetter character. I don't really know how
Yeah,
to
he was.
explain him in the OC.
He was the Pacey.
Yeah,
If you're
yeah,
gonna compare,
yeah. See
he
that
was the
reference I get.
Pacey. Yeah, he was the Pacey of the show. So it's quite a refreshing change to see Adam
Yeah.
Brody go from being a wet blanket to being, oh Christ, okay, arsehole. I don't think Joel could have pulled arsehole off very well. Pete Wentz probably could, but it would have been so realistic. You'd be like, okay,
The thing about
weird.
Pete as well is people forget that Pete is only 5'5".
He's fucking tiny.
He doesn't have, and this isn't any knock. I'm not knocking short people in that respect because I am myself vertically challenged. However,
Cheers.
I cannot pull off. Look at me, I'm tall. I have this presence.
Hmm.
Um,
I mean, I can, but I'm just tall.
But do you know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
that's the problem. If you're going to cast a bad guy, bad guys are normally quite tall, or they're bald, they sit in a chair and they don't move. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, or you can give the illusion of height, or of power within or minus height. Look at the likes of Peter Dinklage in Resurrection.
Yeah.
Very small man, massive personality, giant of a personality.
But I think that's because we know his acting ability.
That you're
Get
probably
him
right.
there. Whereas Joel and Pete, I'd be so um you'd be taken out of it because you know that they are who they are. So you'd be like,
Go.
I
Yeah. Do you know who I could see playing it just because he is a genuine arsehole and probably is more like the character than ever is Adam Levine.
oh, I loved how they mentioned him. I'm sure they mentioned him. Well, I'm sure they said, "Oh, do you want
I
to be like that guy from Maroon 5?" And he goes,
can't,
"Maroon 5."
can't bide that man at all. He's just a piece of shit.
His
I,
ego is so
uh,
big. I don't know how
watch.
he gets in the house.
You'll probably pick it up on your algorithm because I did. So, well, Ant did. I did. You probably will. There's a video of Adam Levine getting a fan running on stage, and she goes to give him a hug, and he pushes her away, and he goes, "Ooh," like that on stage in front of everyone. And then it shows you Ozzy with his fans on stage, and he's cheering away, and he's cuddling them and everything, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah, come on up." And then the ones with Michael Jackson where fans are running up to him and he just this big massive embrace and make sure they have the moment that they've come up for, and Adam Levine just goes, ooh, what the fuck are you, Adam Levine? Fuck off. I can't abide him, can't abide him. Do you know when he
Tattoos,
died in American Horror Story? I was so happy.
your tattoos are shit.
Yeah,
That's what I
fucking
have to
face is shit.
say. When the saddest thing about this film, and I don't know if this is a true fact or not, because when you actually convert it, it makes me feel physically sick.
Mhm.
Megan Fox, she wanted to give off, because obviously she plays a succubi in this, she wanted to give off the appearance that she could pull off gaunt and pasty. So she
Yeah,
apparently stayed out of the sun for like months on end, so she didn't get a tan because she wanted to pull off like the ability to do it. And then she dropped what they said here now. I can't, when I convert this, I don't like it. They reckon she dropped £15 to play this. Now, bear in mind, that is just over a stone, isn't it, for us?
yeah, yeah. It literally is a stone and a pound.
And
Yeah.
she dropped down to £97. pounds. Now, when you convert that, that makes
Uh-huh.
us 6.5 stone.
No.
Now, I don't know if that's the right weight, right? I by looking at her, I don't know.
I
I
wouldn't, I
I
can't
don't
tell weight on people at
know.
all.
But they're saying that she dropped herself to that. Now, whether she
Oh,
was
Megan.
self, ah, there. I mean, we can't go too far into it because Christian Bale did it for The Pianist, was it? Yeah, I know Adrian
Machinist?
Brody did it for one of them as well. Like that, there are actors that take their.
Leto does it
We
frequently.
we don't talk about him. He's a problem. But yeah,
Point.
he's going to be Skeletor and ruined.
Oh, no, no, he's not. No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. The new He-Man film, he plays Skeletor. As soon as I saw that, we all just sat there and we went, ruined. To quote Stewie Griffin, ruined.
Ruined.
I'm not happy about it.
Ugh. Ah.
Yeah. But yeah, she did that off her own back, and that's the weird thing because I don't know whether she felt intense pressure before she actually realized she didn't need that kind of pressure on her shoulders.
Maybe.
So
Maybe if we that she's not been taken seriously before, and she's probably looked at the script, read it, like really, really read it, and went,
mm,
oh, okay, maybe I need to do this in order to make this work for us.
yeah.
I
Um,
don't. I,
I don't think it was a requirement like Cody and
Diablo would never
yeah,
have
yeah.
required that. I know that for sure, for sure.
Mm,
Diablo, we mentioned earlier, is a huge feminist, and she did try and change some horror tropes throughout this film.
yeah,
Instead of having, helpless girls, it was going to be helpless men. And it
yeah.
was going to be, so I can understand the feminist look on it, but I don't go into movies and go, this has an agenda. I don't because I'm really stupid and don't get them half the time. But
I think there are certain films where it's glaringly obvious what they're trying to do, and if that doesn't fit in my wheelhouse of movies I enjoy watching, I won't watch it. I'm not, it's I won't watch a film just because it's divisive. I watch a film because I'm interested in it. Otherwise, it's just a chore and it's pointless, and you're not going to
yeah,
be engaged, and you're going to be on your phone. You're not interested, so it's a waste of time that you'll not get back. But she was saying that when she was writing the script, her biggest influences on this. Now, I can't. The first one I can't see. The second one, I kind of get it, but the first one was Lost Boys. She said that was a huge influence on her writing this. And I'm like looking at it and I'm like, I can't get there, but okay.
okay.
And the second one, which this is the one that sort of sits right for me in the respect of the, okay, yeah, I can see this. Ginger Snaps.
Okay. Confession.
You've never seen it.
I've
I'm
never
not
seen
surprised.
it.
We will be doing it, don't you worry.
Good, because fun fact, the makeup artist, I used to work with his sister. True story. And I know how he became a makeup artist. Because she told me. Um that's interesting. Lost Boys I can't see in the slightest.
Ginger Snaps is very much about, obviously, if you don't know, it's about two sisters that become werewolves.
It it kind of makes sense. I have IMDb open currently at the moment, and right to the right of it is other movies associated with, and it's got Ginger Snaps right next to it.
I
That
think
makes a
it's
lot of sense.
Yeah, I think it's because it's of the time and because it was female lead, female driven. It was very much that the protagonists were female, so and it was about the same sort of thing. The men took a secondary seat, but I don't think there was necessarily a feminist agenda or feminist viewpoint when writing Ginger Snaps. I just think that that's how it happenstance to come out, that it was very
Yeah,
in that respect. I haven't dived into that, so I may be eating my words when we get there. And then and I fully admit we've done a deep dive into it, I'll know more, and I can tell you whether I'm talking out of my arse right now, which is a possibility. But
I do it on a regular
so,
occasion, so.
but the soundtrack to this, I fucking love it.
Oh my God, it just takes you back, doesn't it? You are so back in 2009. You are like, And even the song that they wrote, which is the most annoying song, but it did its job because it's stuck in your head the entire time. Um, it also reminds me of, did you ever used to watch Rockstar in Excess?
No.
So MTV show, and it was a competition for singers to become the next lead singer of In Excess.
Oh, right. Okay.
And it was Dave Navarro was part of the judging panel. Uh, why? Don't know. He wasn't the host, but he was part of the judging panel along with the rest of the band of In Excess.
I was going to say he was in Jane's Addiction and then he was in Red Hot Chili Peppers for a while, but that's about all I remember. I don't remember him.
Dave loves a reality TV show.
Well, apart from that, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
They probably offered him a lot of money.
probably. But they had this series, and then they had this. So yeah, there was another one, and I can't remember what the band was, but me and Michaela were obsessed with this. I even think I own it on DVD somewhere, the whole series. There was some amazing singers like Jordan Unger, who, oh my God, did I just want to be that? She was just so bohemian, and she had these amazing dreadlocks, and oh my God, did she just look fucking phenomenal? But there was a guy called Marty, and on the last challenge, he was part of the finalists with this other guy. The guy who won was a dick and should never have won. Should have been Marty. And he wrote a song called Trees. It sounds exactly like this song. That was a long way to get to that, but yeah, it sounds exactly like this song. That whenever I hear the song that's on this film, I always think of him, which is crazy. I tell you another thing that really blew my mind as well. One of the actors in here, the guy who played Colin.
Yeah.
Did you see who he grew up to be?
Mhm.
He's in Smile.
Mhm.
I did not know that was him.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was him until today.
Well, did you know as well that Jennifer's Body was based off of she called it Jennifer's Body because it was based off of the name of the song by Hole.
Yes.
And the song when Courtney Love and Patti Chamel wrote it was based off a woman who was abducted, held captive, and eventually killed and dismembered. So
Jesus, Courtney.
yeah, it's based off what they thought that a true story that they'd read. And so technically it's like life imitating art again, and it's one of these weird like snake eating itself situations that it's very bizarre. But she featured two songs as well from Hole in
Yes.
this. Then you have Florence and the Machine, which was one of my I have to say Lungs was I absolutely loved that album when it came out. I think every story, every song on that album was a story.
Mm-hmm.
She wrote them so well, and they were also very, very different from each other. And I really enjoyed that album. I hated
Yeah.
everything afterwards, but
Yeah.
that Lungs for me was such a fantastic storytelling album. It was the one that Hal came off of, which
Yeah.
features the song from the quote from the Wolfman. She's live, not very good. I've seen her live, not great. But yeah, the soundtrack is of the time. She's got Fall Out Boy posters on the wall. It's just a
It's
very
emo as fuck, this
yeah,
film.
yeah, it is. And I mean it I think it could have gone harder in places. I think
Mm,
how did you what was your favorite part of this film? What was the thing that sold you the most about this movie?
Megan Fox. No, possibly the fact it's a possession movie.
Yeah, and it's totally different kind of possession. It's
Yeah,
not.
it's demonic possession, and it's not. Yeah, which was quite refreshing because my possession movies, have fallen into the religious side of things, and there was sacrifice, there was demons, there was fucking some of the most amazing makeup I have ever seen.
And who did it?
Star.
Howard Berger and
Yes.
Greg Nicotero, amongst others.
Yes, that was the name I was looking for to make sure I didn't forget. Yeah, because can be. We've mentioned them so many times now. Their work is just the transformation from Jennifer to Jennifer's demonic face is beautiful.
And the animatronic side was all done by Greg.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, I will say, coming out very soon. I'm not sure if it's out now or out soon. There is a new
October.
book. Yeah, I've got it down here, Masters of Makeup Effects. I've got this one. It's the follow-on to that, but it's called something else, and I've gone completely blank. But it's Howard's new book, and it is absolutely chock full of interviews and all sorts with so many of the special effects guys. So it is something that I'm really looking forward to coming out.
Sorry, I'm not too sure what when the book's released. I thought you were referring to Greg's new TV program that's
No,
coming out.
this was Howard's book that's coming out, but I didn't know Greg had a TV program, so please do tell.
I would love to. Oh my God, he did the makeup on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Okay, Greg Nicotero's list is just unreal. Keep talking. I will be back with you in a second.
Yeah, on the couple of occasions that I've met Greg, I was lucky enough to have good conversations with him, and he remembers people as well. Greg is someone who remembers
Oh, I like
people.
that.
Because obviously the Ill-Fated Walker Stalker was a massive show that happened, and Greg used to come
I
and
so
chat to us
wanted to
every time. He always come up and chatted to us and saw us, and he's like, "Hey, how are you guys again?" And then we saw him at Spooky a couple of years ago, and he was like, "You guys need to come over and talk to, come and see me at the booth and that." And then we went to the after show party thing, and he was there, and he seems to understand the assignment. When you see him out, he relaxes. When he's on,
Yeah.
he's on. Um, and I'm still devastated. I did not know Howard Berger was at For the Love of Horror, walking around at the one that just went, the one you were at. Howard
No.
Berger was walking around For the Love of Horror last year. He could have walked past me, and I did not know. He came as just a normal punter. He didn't get a free ticket. He just turned up, came, walked around, enjoyed it, left.
Oh my good God. Yeah, he probably could have walked past you a million times. He probably
He had a
did.
massive beard. He looked like the dad in Teen Wolf.
Ha. Yeah. We remember, well, you won't remember because you were completely oblivious, but Heather Donahue walked past us and we fucking had no idea that she was right behind us. You'll be really, really happy about this. It's on Shudder
Oh, good.
and it is called Guts and Glory.
Right.
A thrilling competition that blends the intensity of a horror film with the pressure of a survival game where contestants are confronted with their fears in various scenarios. And it is Greg's program, like he is on the front cover. There's loads of monsters behind him and zombies, and it's called Guts and Glory.
We best get it over here because I'll be really annoyed if we don't get it on UK Shudder as well.
I saw there's a difference.
Only in the fact that we get later releases or we get earlier releases, and sometimes we don't get them released at all.
Hey, Shudder.
It happens with Netflix too. When you change your location, when we go to America, and we watch Netflix in America, you should see the range you get on Netflix in America compared to what we get in the UK. Totally different. Totally different films, totally different things. Obviously, you get the staples that everybody talks about, but they're just totally different. It logs you into wherever you are, and it shows you like you can watch things that you haven't seen in donkeys because it's in their back catalogue. So
Well, it's the first two episodes are going to air on Shudder on the 14th of October. Greg describes this. Greg Nicotero serves as host and showrunner of the series, which he describes as if Survivor and the Blair Witch Project had a baby. This is going to be some next level. You can remember what Shmo Shmotion used to do, the Fear Factory one? It's going to be something.
yeah,
The
I can
poster
imagine
is beautiful, mind.
Dragula kind of like stunts, when they get them to do the stuff on Dragula. I kind of like the first couple of seasons, like eating worms and
Oh, it took me a long time to get into that because your brain saw like it's so drag raced up that you like can't get past it, and then when you watch this, you're like, what?
I prefer Dragula in
What?
one way because it's dirty. It's
Yeah,
dirty, it's
they
raw.
are mean. They are so mean.
And David Dalsmachian is a massive fan and he appears on the judging panel
I
a
love
lot.
that man.
So he can
I
do no
love that.
wrong. I do suggest everybody goes and watches Grave Encounters because he's just interviewed Flula Borg and it is the most bizarre interview. But
Did
it's
it
brilliant.
did it showcase his new coffin because he's just bought a new coffin?
No, Flula Borg was hilarious. He didn't answer a single question he was being asked. But yeah, the guy is just insane, and I have a lot of time for Flula Borg as well because he's just my kind of nuts. Because he played javelin in DC in the javelin in the new Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
He is also in Pitch Perfect 2, I think it is. He's one of
Yes. Yeah, he's one
the
of the European
Helen,
things.
yeah, guys. So he's been in loads of stuff, Flula Borg, but
Acting serious.
he did a lot. He was on TikTok a lot during the pandemic, and
He's very funny.
yeah, insane.
Very funny. Do you want to have a quick run through the film?
Yeah, I think we should because I think we've sort of covered all the bases of what I can think of factually wise, and
And more.
yeah,
We give you more.
yeah,
Give you
a
some
bit of RDJ, a bit of Fall Out Boy.
bit of I was just supposed to say a bit of Pete Wentz.
We've all seen a bit of Pink Wentz dancing on the ceiling. Anyway,
Hey. Sure. We're in a small town called Devil's Kettle, which I find hilarious that Adam Brody does not get right once anytime he mentions it.
we're in the devil's asshole. Oh, fuck yeah, man.
Well, we're introduced to Anita Needy Lesnicki.
Mm-hmm.
What a mouthful.
Yes.
There's Nikki.
Cross out needy.
Yep. And very well, once a very well, you don't know this initially because when you first meet Needy, she meanie. She very mean.
She's a kicker.
She is very much a kicker. I thought, you know, when that woman said something to her and she booted her halfway across the thingy, I was like, hey, stuff's not called for.
Yeah, she's basically in a
It's
young
described as
offenders.
it was described as a violent asylum.
I was going to call it a young offenders, but yeah, we'll go with violent asylum.
I like that. She's your narrator, basically. She's
Mm-hmm.
going to tell you the story of how she got into the violent asylum. And has she kicked the woman? Yeah, she kicks the woman right at the beginning, right?
Yeah, I mean, she's just setting the story, explaining to you she wasn't always this mean, she wasn't always this person, and then she gets put in solitary, and then the story starts. So,
That's right. So since childhood, Needy has been best friends with popular and beautiful Jennifer Check.
and you can tell they are best of friends. Like
They
the
have a
way she
necklace
looks at
done.
her, yeah, the way that Needy looks at Jennifer, it's not I'm in love with you. It's not like an obsession thing. It's a friend that she would do absolutely anything for. So it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like an infatuation through friendship, but nothing more. There's no
No,
like sexual undertone with the two of them, even though that plays a part eventually. Um, that's not what their relationship is. They are just two people that have been friends since they were kids, and they know each other back to front. They know each other's moves. She can anticipate when she's knocking on a front door. They have that sixth sense about each other. They just know each other inside out.
yeah. Despite having absolutely very little in common with each other.
Mm-hmm. Two totally different ends of the spectrum. Needy's technically a nerd, and Jennifer's a popular kid. So
It's no different than me and my best friend. If you were to stand us next to each other, you would not think we are best friends. But because she's very normal, and I am obviously me. And yeah, but we have, and there's some things that she's into, like she loves Love Island and shit like that. we made an agreement once. I said, if you watch Downton Abbey, I will watch an episode of Love Island. And she went and watched Downton Abbey, so I ended up watching a whole 10 weeks of it.
I'd rather poke myself in the eye with a spoon.
Oh my God, it was horrid. I said I'm never doing it again. She was like, "You liked it, really, didn't you?" I was like, "No, I fucking hated it. I'm sorry, it was horrible, horrible." But yeah, we are just the complete. But we have these little things where like true crime's our little thing together. There's a lot. It just
Yeah.
doesn't look like we would be friends.
Yeah. And I think that's the beautiful thing about their friendship. It's like even oh God, this sounds awful. When I say she lets her have a boyfriend, that makes sense towards the end. But like right now, Needy's the one with the boyfriend, not
Mhm.
Jennifer. Jennifer's the promiscuous. She's made out to be promiscuous, but I don't think she technically is. I think her relationship with Romans was the biggest thing that happened to her, and it wasn't serious. She understood that she was just using him for what she wanted rather than it being the reverse role. They gave her a very kind of masculine viewpoint in that respect of like
Yeah, it's when they're talking about, well, he thinks you're a virgin. I'm not even a backdoor virgin.
and it's like we're supposed to believe that Chris Pratt took that from her, and I'm just like that's in a whole nother universe somewhere. That's so weird.
It's not even,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, the whole thing where she forces Needy, basically Jennifer just hounds Needy to go to the only bar in town, because there's this band playing that she's wanted to see, and she saw them when she was in the city, so she wants to see them because they're coming to Devil's Handbag this week. So she asked them to come, and then they come, and then you can see she's getting really giddy, and the way she's trying to chat up the lead singer.
It's so different from what you've just seen. Like this movie does really show you that Megan Fox does have range.
Yeah, because she does play young teenager,
Hmm.
infatuated with the band, kind of
Hmm.
like giggly.
She can't talk properly. Like, I got you a drink.
It's like she's not the person. She matures very quickly
Hmm.
over the period. I mean, I suppose you would, but like,
I do love when she brings the shot glasses over and she's just stood there looking at them, and you're like, "What's the matter?" And she went, "One doesn't have enough in it."
I was like, it really doesn't matter. I don't know
But
why you're
it's
testing
little moments like that though. Like she's dead still and just looking down, and she's there for ages, and she's like, and you can clearly see one has more in than the other, and but she's like, one doesn't have enough in it. Um, yeah. So they're at this bar, this dive bar, which is going to have this little fucking indie horrible rock band in there.
Mm,
Um, and as they're playing their soon to be famous song,
yeah,
the bar gans up.
yeah, like a Christmas tree.
Yeah,
Oof,
pretty quick.
very quick.
I mean, the wood in that bar looks like it's soaked in alcohol. Like it doesn't look like any inch of it is dry. So I
Mm.
wouldn't be surprised that it went up as fast as what it did.
Yeah, they escape. The girls escape out of the toilet door. A lot of people didn't, and a
Roman didn't, he bit the dust.
well, you know, what can you do? He's one that I think would actually survive, though. But hey,
I love the
he seemed selfish, like he would run and like push everybody out of the way and run
when he's like, I could arrest you for underage drink, and she's like, you're not even in the academy yet.
out. They get outside, don't they? And they're both kind of like Jennifer's in like weird shock, like.
She's in like a catastrophic shock, isn't she?
Well, I think somehow she got hypnotized from the song because that's what they made out. Kind of
Mm.
like when they were playing
Hmm.
that annoying song, she was so focused in on it. She wasn't even dancing or moving. She was like mesmerized by it.
That's
And
so.
then it broke when the bar got set on fire because she Needy pulls her through the window, and even then she's just sat on the floor like in a daze.
Hmm.
And the first person that comes up to them is obviously Adam Brody, and he's like, "Here, have some alcohol. Come with us into our creepy grape van that we have just over here. It's familiar. We all need to get to a familiar place. Come sit in my grape van." And Needy's like, no,
No.
thank you, goodbye, you weird creep man." Because at this point there was the discussion that they were looking for a virgin. Now you knew something was up when this discussion was being had in the bar, and Needy overheard it, and she's like, I'll have you know she is a virgin. And they were like, because they'd initially thought she wasn't, which they were
Mhm.
correct. And Needy's like, I'll have you know she is. So Needy technically sets her up to get screwed over in one way. It's Needy's fault.
She it is, but she does try and be that friend. She does try her hardest to be like, Jennifer, no, and it's Jennifer who kind of like, will you stop? Like, just
Yeah.
leave it alone. And she ends up going in the van with them, and the door closes.
Mm.
And poor Needy's just stood there with a whole. I love the fact that she's standing there. The van is in shot, but you can hear all these people screaming and dying behind her,
Hmm.
and
It's
she's just stood there.
it's really well shot, you know, the way that they get the light on that, the burning building and the screaming and the slow motion and the people rolling around on the floor and then the van just slowly disappearing into the distance.
Yeah, it's a
And
good shot.
yeah, I will say this for me is where Megan Fox starts to show she has range. This next
Yes.
bit where she just turns up at the house and she pukes up Hershey's chocolate syrup because that's what it was. But they made it look like as Needy said, oil and needles, I think she called it. And
It's it looks like oil.
mhm.
It looks bio, like it looks like something Geiger would have created. Like
Yeah, it's really weird. And then she gets that chicken out and she rips it up and Needy's in bits. So watching her friend go through this, she's covered in claret. She's standing there puking black crap out, eating a raw chicken with her hands, puking it up, and then she makes that god awful noise. That noise isn't even like, yeah, it's like,
it's not human, that's for damn sure.
no, but it's like it's become alive for the first time, this thing, and it's figuring her out. It's trying to work out how to operate her, how to
Mm,
use her. And I can't work out if she, you know, where you see later on where she's saying about how she met the exchange student on the way back. Was that on the way back from the bar or on the way back from Needy's? Because she looked awful before she got when she was at Needy's. So I'm guessing this must have
must have
taken
been
place after.
after. It has to.
Mm.
If we to follow what happens with her and the
Yeah.
transformations of her,
When you
then
see her the
yes.
next day at school, it's like nothing ever happened. She's fresh
Yeah.
faced, clean hair, nothing's wrong with her. She's not like been shivved, or, you know.
No, she takes the piss out of Needy for having dirty fingernails when she's literally spent all night cleaning up her mess that she left. The demon that possesses Jennifer, it closely resembles a succubus, as we said, or plural succubi, from the Jewish, Christian, and Sumerian mythology or theology. It is said that the succubi seduces men and
Mm-hmm.
fornicates with them until they are drained. In
Mm-hmm.
the movie, getting drained could mean getting drained of blood instead of semen. Some possible examples of succubi are Lilith. Lilith? No, I'm not saying it is. One of them is Lilith, but Lilith, Lilitu, from Sumerian mythology, Lilin and Lilith, both from Jewish theology.
It's yeah. The concept of a succubi is something that comes in and takes your life force, basically.
Sucks.
Takes it out of you. So the premise of this is the more sort of interesting part of the story because it's not a religious one. It's not the kind of demon that's gonna. We're not talking The Exorcist here. So it is a
No.
nice fresh take on something else coming in
Hmm.
and possessing a teenage girl. And it's just of her coming of age at the same time. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
that whole thing. Um, but
Where
then
are we?
yeah, you're at the point where she's in the science.
Oh, that's right.
She's got herself in a state, and then she starts to notice there's something up with her because Jennifer's being extra mean. Um,
She's, yeah, how funny is J.K. Simmons in this film, though?
that
He's
wig.
so. He, that way. The fucking hook for a hand.
Hmm.
It's the neither's a, like complete oblivion to what, like he's just so focused on people's grief.
Hmm.
Oh, you kids are everything. You're a rock. You know, he's so funny. He's so
And
like
at that point, he's then that's just reminded me. Jennifer starts to take a dive the next time you see her, and then she convinces the
oh, the
quarterback
captain.
to go out into the woods with her.
Yeah.
And all you hear is this god awful scream, and J.K. Simmons is in the car park going, "Let it out, my guy, let it out," and he's doing this bit, and then there's this curdling scream, and then you can see the expression change on J.K. Simmons' face. He's like, maybe that's not what that's supposed to be. And next thing you see is him hovering over the body, and it's just got a massive hole. I can't work out why all the animals keep coming hither.
No, I couldn't either.
She's not
Maybe.
fucking Snow White. I don't. It's like, okay.
No, she's
That's gonna
definitely
land
not.
on us.
Is it biblical? Is it something to do with
Must
that?
be. Must be like a nature thing, maybe. I don't really know the relevance between
No,
humans and nature, but I'm guessing it's got something to do with that.
it was a good touch, yeah. So Jennifer's gone from one day after the whole incident with the throwing up, she was totally fine, to the next day being an absolute state. Like her hair is awful. She just looks like a bag of shit,
Mm-hmm.
even though that girl cannot look like a bag of shit if she fucking tried.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes off and eats eats the captain. I think you see that's the first time you see the mouth transform, isn't it?
You see, it doesn't go all the way, but you get the
He's,
illusion that
yeah,
she's not who she's supposed to be. I mean, even though you knew, this was like the real, like, okay, she's going for it now.
yeah.
Uh, and then you get the whole thing where Needy and Chip are talking about how he got carried out of the woods, and this is all very kind of gruesome, and you can see that they have a genuine relationship, the two of them, and they love each other. The first boyfriend at school kind of relationship.
It is him from 21 Jump Street, isn't it? I think he's the kid who takes the drugs, and I think you only see him on like a webcam kind of thing.
I can't remember that film very well. All I remember is I'm Jeff.
And Jeff,
That's it.
I think them films are so funny.
No.
Um, yeah, I'm sure he's the kid who, the reason they go to the school for because of the drugs, he's the one who he's died from it.
It's possible.
Um, the band who Adam Brody's in is called Low Shoulder.
Yeah.
While all this is going on and like their town's going through a shit show, the fires like made local news and they've got a lot of attention on them, and then obviously this football player gets killed. They are gaining mass popularity
Mhm.
due to all of this. So all of these, all
Tragedy.
of tragedies is their gain.
Yeah. So, you're like, okay, and then J.K. Simmons stands in front of the class and he's like, the wonderful band Shoulder have said that they're going to donate 3% of all the profits. That's like 3%. Okay. 3% of all the profits are going to go to a fund for Devil's Kettle for the survivors, or like for a memorial or something like that. And it's like
Yeah,
the realisticness of what 3% of profits is about a penny. It's a penny to the pound, if that. So, I mean, eh,
they are the worst.
that's exactly the point they're trying to make, I think, by saying 3%. They're proving that these guys are absolute dog shit. They're not even going to credit the people that got them where they need to get, that
No,
got them where they
they
need.
can't even say the name right. They cannot even say the name right. Do we? I know why Jennifer is the way she is. When do we find that out in the film? Because Jennifer's not really meant to be here.
Um, I think it's at the end, when it's before the prom,
Oh, right. Yes.
that bit where they're
Yes.
sitting on the bed and she's ruined her Evil Dead t-shirt and she's really annoyed because she cut.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. I know where I'm at now. So after all this with the incident with the guy, Jennifer again, I think, does she start to feel a bit shit again? And this
Yeah.
is when she decides to hone in on Colin.
Poor Colin.
Oh, he
The
just
kid that everybody knew from school. Colin was the weird goth kid at school, wasn't he?
well, he's described in my notes as alternative/emo.
Mm.
Yeah, poor
Yeah, I
Colin.
suppose it would be emo at that point, wouldn't it?
He
Yeah.
don't look like that no more, by the way. If you watch Smile, he looks very different.
No, he was described as a lasagna with teeth, if I remember rightly. That's what the mum said he looked like by the time the person had finished with him.
Nice.
Hmm.
Nice. Yeah, so they get together and Jennifer eats him.
Yeah, yeah. She has a way with old poor Colin.
Yeah.
And
Colin's gone.
then she's better again. And then
Yeah.
that's when she starts getting really egotistical, when she starts calling herself a god, and then starts like
Oh, that scene.
discovering that she can heal from things like burning her own tongue and hurting herself, but she re-heals like so she's starting to realize there's no real consequence for her actions because she can survive it.
Yeah, that's correct.
So her ego then just blows right up.
Massively. Now she wants to basically ruin Needy and everything
Because
that
she's
she's
bored.
got. Yeah.
She's bored.
You know.
Just as simple as that.
Yeah. So she goes after Needy's boyfriend.
Yeah. And this was quite sad. I mean, I don't know that there was a need for that sex scene because that
Well,
was
between Needy and Chip.
it was one of the most awkward things. Like
I do.
it felt uncomfortable, and I don't know if that was the point of it. Like I
To
don't know
show
what
that where their commitment was with each other.
must have been that must have been the reason because it made no sense to be in there. They could have just alluded to it. There was no need to watch the whole
We
thing. It
we
felt
didn't need we
very
didn't need to see them get the condom out.
well, no, because it felt like these two people. I don't know how old they are.
Oh, right.
Do you know what I mean? It felt kind of edging on inappropriate. Like I don't know because I wasn't sure on their ages because they don't. I don't think they say their ages.
No,
All
I
I know
don't
is
think
that
they
they're
do.
under drinking age, which could put them at anywhere under 21 in the US.
Yeah.
And they're in high school, so they must have been 16, 17, I'm guessing. I don't know.
I'm not too sure now.
No,
You
so
bet you.
just that whole thing, I was just like, oh, well, you could have just alluded to it. We would have got there. It's fine. But I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to prove that Needy ruined the moment because, well, Jennifer ruined the moment for Needy, basically.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
Because she then bumps the. She's starting to sense something's wrong
mhm.
and demonic.
When she's killing Colin, it's the same time it's happening.
That's right. Yes, because during the film, Needy has this great sense of knowing Jennifer's around
Mhm.
or Jennifer's doing something. Like she's got this like sense, and I don't think Jennifer has it with her. If
No,
she
'cause
does,
Jennifer
she doesn't
doesn't give a
allude to it.
shit.
No.
I don't think Jennifer gives a shit. I think she's just there for the ride. She's
Yeah.
something to do. Someone will put up with her shit. She can treat her like crap. She's just
Yeah.
just that
When
person.
when Chip's like why are you two friends? You have nothing in common with each other. She's like, because we got this, and she shows the BFF
Ooh, a
necklace.
necklace. Yeah.
Oh, well done there. Well, she bumps into Jennifer, who is literally drenched in blood
Mhm.
but unhurt,
Even
and
in
this is
the road, isn't it? It's like,
yeah, and this is where they have their little kiss.
yeah, because Needy's absolutely like she knows there's something wrong with her at this point. So
Hmm.
she gets into bed. She's absolutely like hysterical. She gets into bed, and then all of a sudden Jennifer appears from the other side of the bed. Hiya, and makes her jump out of a freaking like. I think she aged about 10 years after that. Um, but yeah, then like you can tell Jennifer just pushes the limits of everybody. She
Yeah,
takes where she knows they're comfortable, and then this the succubus thing kind of exacerbates that for her, so she becomes 10 times worse than she normally would be.
yeah,
And clearly this wasn't because she was hungry. This was because she wanted to see where Needy was. She
hmm,
wanted to see if Needy was in love with her or infatuated with her, and she could tease her to have her.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
mm,
How can I
like
manipulate this one?
yeah, and I think she was tested, and Needy weren't having none of it.
No.
Um, because she was in a hell. Needy's in a state. She's just seen her mate covered in claret, and now all of a sudden her mate looks like $1 million. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
and then she then does the expedition dump, doesn't she? So which
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yes, this is where it is. So Jennifer does it. She does attempt to seduce Needy, and
Mhm,
they do end up kissing, but then Needy pulls away.
mhm.
Them two, Amanda Sedgefield and Megan Fox, enjoyed that more than what they made out.
Mm.
They actually did feel a genuine attraction to each other. So that scene was so fucking easy for them. It just got out that little curiosity that they had.
Yeah. Oh, I think that would. There's a lot of people that would have liked to have been in both of their shoes, I reckon now.
Yeah.
So
So it is revealed that Low Shoulder had taken her to the woods after the bar fire, and they were basically going to offer a virgin up to Satan,
Mhm.
exchange for fame and fortune. Now, although the sacrifice was successful, Jennifer was, you know,
Murdered.
yeah, she wasn't actually a virgin. So she didn't die, she
Mm-mm.
just became a vessel for possession.
So she was an empty shell, basically waiting for something to just jump in there.
Yes, and I don't think they knew that.
No, they didn't have a bloody clue because they just left her there. Because that's the impression I get. They just left her on the rock, and then
Yeah,
obviously she made her way back.
yeah.
Um,
And that is why she says that she did kill the foreign exchange student who she was said was died in the fire, that she
yeah,
killed him in order because she needed to eat. She needed
it's
to feed.
the bit where Adam Brody gets the print out of his pocket and he goes, "I've got it off of Wikipedia" or something like that. It was just like, oh my god.
Then it must be true.
Yeah, must be true. And it's like the whole thing was like, oh, because he whips out the knife and he goes, "Oh my god, that's a mean knife." He goes, "Yeah, it's a Bowie knife," and the guy goes, "Bowie, huh, cool." I'm just like, it's not David Bowie. It's not. I'm not really sure where you're going with that. Um,
Oh, so Needy's basically just had it all laid out for her.
yeah.
Be if she eats, she's fine. She can virtually withstand any injury. She can regenerate herself, but she has to feed.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, she will look like shit.
And she's at her weakest, basically. And
Yes.
Needy then finds out that the way she feeds is by actually eating these guys, and she realizes, even though she knew, I think she realized that Jennifer confirms it to her that she's the one that's been doing all the like murdering all the boys across, the village, the town, and yeah,
Yeah.
she then gets really scared about Chip, so she tells Chip that she doesn't want to see him anymore and he needs to stay away from them because obviously she's so worried about him, and poor Chip thinks it's something he did with his performance. um
It's really bad timing. I mean, she does try and tell him about Jennifer, but he's having absolutely none of it. So, easiest thing to do, we end it. We just say, I'll save your life by breaking up with you.
or teenage drama, isn't it? Let's be honest. So
Yeah.
let's not look at it with any kind of responsible eyes. We're just going to do stupid shit and fuck around and find out stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, so she says to him she doesn't want to go to the prom dance thing with him, but they both go anywhere. And what in the hell was she wearing,
I thought it
Needy?
was brilliant.
She looked like a Barbie doll.
She did.
Amy Sedaris made her look like a Barbie doll.
Hmm.
The back combing and it was absolutely atrocious.
It
She,
was so 80s.
yeah, she would have got ripped to shreds for turning up like that. Like, and I'm still not sure of the dress choice for Jennifer with the long arm gloves. It was a very strange
It's
choice.
very bridal.
Yeah, and I felt like were they trying to sort of show because white obviously shows blood a lot better, and so with all the tar and the blood and when the big fight
Un
happens, it shows better on white. But
Unless they are really visual and everything on that end scene in the pool, because she looks fucking spectacular in the when she comes out of the water with that white dress on.
oh, she's just levitating. Needy, stop putting me down. Everything I do. Is she flying? No, she's just levitating.
So Needy's at the dance.
Yeah.
Chip is on his way to the dance, but he's then got Jennifer, who's like, Needy's been cheating on you.
With poor Colin.
Colin cannot catch a break.
No, even in death, Colin's not got it.
Still being shit on.
Mm.
Yeah, so she's trying to seduce him. But what she doesn't realize is that Needy still has this really weird psychic connection with her. And as soon as she kisses Chip, she knows exactly what's going on. And she goes running to her aid, or his aid. However, she kind of too late a little bit.
Yeah, Jennifer's already taken a bite.
Big massive chunk out his neck.
Poor Chip.
Collateral damage, really.
Yeah, and the jokes. The one thing that Megan Fox does well is the delivery of the lines in this next section, because this is a fight. This is the final fight. It's the big boss fight, taking her down fight. And the one-liners she whops out in this, I think, were well written. It's like she's standing there she's just been shish kebabbed with the pool net, and she turns around and she says to her, "You got a tampon?" And like Needy just looks so completely confused, and she's like, "You look like you're plugging," and I'm like,
This is what I mean about how Diablo can write the dialogue that is so out there. Like you wouldn't expect people to talk like that, but you want to be able to talk like that.
it just, yeah, it's very Mean Girls. It's very, like you say, Heather's language. Like they have
Hmm.
their own way of talking to each other.
Yeah,
If someone else was to join in, they would just be like,
completely lost.
"Ah, don't get it." Um,
So, so yeah, but Chip bites the dust. He
Bye bye.
eats shit, as Jennifer once said, and dies, which obviously just fucking breaks Needy. Her first love
Mm-hmm.
is dead in a pool, and Jennifer is there to is basically to blame. But that scene, the mouth, that I honestly can't express how brilliant the makeup is done for Jennifer's demonic like face, and the levitation scene when she looks phenomenal.
Mm.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful shot. Very
Yeah.
cinematic.
Yeah, I mean, she gets out that window pretty quickly. So you're just like, right, okay, well, how are we going to resolve this? And then,
Well,
yeah, then you see how Needy ends up in the
yeah.
place she's at.
So Jennifer goes to bed.
As you do,
As you do. She goes to bed and Needy breaks in and the two girls have a fight. While they're fighting, Jennifer bites
Needy.
Needy,
Yeah.
that's right, in the shoulder. And then Needy had. Where did she get the box cutter from?
She had it in her pocket.
Right. Okay.
This is the thing. Apparently, the only ways to kill a succubi is to either behead them or cut their heart out. That's the only two ways to kill a succubi.
Good to know. Just in case.
Just in case.
Just
Yeah.
in case. Just in case Dean and Sam aren't about.
Well, that's
Um,
exactly what I was thinking.
yeah, so I like it when she gets the box cutter out and she's like, "Do you get all your murder weapons from DIY stores?"
Yeah.
And she X's Jennifer out,
Yeah.
and then this bit is actually quite harrowing when she stabs her in the chest. Now I know Megan gives a really brilliant line of "Oh me tit,"
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "No, it's your heart." What I would have loved is one extra before, because Jennifer dies in that moment. After then, nothing's said from Jennifer, but I would love for her to when she goes, "It's your heart," and she goes, "Uh-huh," and then just dies. But she doesn't. She doesn't say a goddamn word. But what does happen is a mother walks through the door. That's weird though. We don't get to see the aftermath after a death like that.
Mm.
And the mother comes traipsing through the door.
And Needy's just laying on her back, accepting fate.
What do you do in that? Like as a mother, your
Exactly.
child's murderer is like right next to you. What do you do?
You concentrate on your daughter
Oh my
because you
God.
have to.
I
Because
think,
what if she's still alive? I know we know
mm,
she's not, but the mum doesn't necessarily know that.
and yeah, Needy accepts her fate because she just
Yeah.
lies there and we then meet her back in the asylum.
Mm-hmm. And they've pushed some plate of swill through the door, and she only eats Hot Pockets at this point. So they push some sort of swill through the door, and you can see her sniffing at it. And then you hear the monologue, and she's like, "Yeah, I can't be bothered with this anymore. I'm done." Or it's something along those lines. And then you see this at the beginning when she got put in there. You could see there was a window, and it was really up very, very high.
Hmm.
And then it zooms out to Needy levitating, basically. So you're like, oh, hang on a minute, how? Oh, that's it's been transferred in
The
some
bite.
way. And then so she breaks out of the asylum, and you're like, okay, so where's this heading? You know, your brain just goes, where are we going with this?
Well, the film actually ends as Needy's walking out.
Hmm.
Oh, technically the film ends. As Needy's walking out of the asylum, the movie comes to an somewhat end. And Needy explains that the reason she is the way she is because if you kill a demon or you're bitten by a demon but survive, you do gain some of their power. Hence
Hmm.
the reason why she's you know, a very strong kicker and has just managed to break her way out of an asylum, which she probably could have done from day one,
Yeah,
but
she was
was just
biding her time.
she was because she then gets picked up by a hitchhiker
And did you
who
see who that hitchhiker
I
was?
fucking did. I have never until today realized who that is.
And it's uncredited as well.
That must have been a favor.
Mm.
Tell them who it is.
It's Mr. Lance Henriksen picks up Needy, and you're not sure of his intentions at first. Because
No,
he's like, is he creepy? Is he not creepy?
like
Oh,
please,
no.
please, please, Lance, don't be that. No, honestly, Dan, it wasn't until
Yeah.
today I watched it and went, oh shit, that's Lance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hi Lance. Like long time no see since we did Near Dark. Yeah. So yes, she's going to see she's going to follow a band who's
Mm.
doing their last show tonight. And who are the band? Fucking Low Shoulder.
And I love this next bit, the way it's done in crime scene photographs.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's when the film ends. Sorry.
yeah, because you have the bits with where it's all filmed on mobile phones from the band's perspective. So you've got one of the other bands filming the bands in
And they're
the
just living that
room.
douchey rock star lifestyle.
Throwing TV out the window, that kind of nonsense. And then it just snaps all of a sudden. It goes from the guys getting drunk and talking and throwing M&Ms at each other and snorting coke.
What a waste of M&Ms.
Oh, I know. And just being general douches. And then it snaps to like actual crime scene photos and you're seeing blood everywhere. And these guys absolutely massacred. And then it ends up with Adam Brody with the Bowie knife because she just so happened to find it.
In the devil's anus.
Fuck yeah, man. In his stomach and laying on the floor, and the whole band have been massacred in their hotel room. And then you just see this weird last shot of her walking out on CCTV and a bunch of girls screaming, running out of the lift, running towards the room, and she's walking away. And you just hear them actually then go from screamy fangirls to screamy, Jesus Christ, what the hell's just happened kind of scream.
Fuck.
And you
Yeah.
just see Needy just walk off.
And she looks up
Stare
at
the
the camera and then walks away.
Mm.
I love this film. I have nothing but so much love for it. And it was because I know how people have felt about this film. And then all of a sudden it just went quiet. And then there was just nothing. And then when that 10-year anniversary happened and a really big deal in the horror community was made about it, I was like, oh, okay, there's other people. Oh, it's okay. I can say I really like Jennifer's Body because everyone else does as well. But did you get any 1-star reviews?
I did, yeah. I got the first one comes from Bailey Richards from Letterboxd. Deeply confused by the fact that numerous people recommended this to me because that would imply that numerous people didn't think this was garbage.
Oh, I'm sad you didn't have a good experience.
And then the second one is from Rotten Tomatoes. This was anonymous and they gave it a splat. I've had bowel movements that left me more satisfied than this movie. So yeah, needless to say that it is not very. I think it's 43% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's in your high sky.
It's not good. So
Did you enjoy it?
for what it is, yeah. If you're going in for something you don't have to pay a lot of attention to, for something that you don't need to, there's no subplots that are overly complicated. There's no dialogue or things you should be watching out for in the background. It's an easy watch film. And if you're in for something that you just want on that you don't have to think about, I think it's a good film for that purpose.
Yeah. It's also on Disney Plus for
Yes.
us UK people if you want to watch it. Which shocked the life out of me.
Yeah, I put it in because we were watching Alien Earth yesterday. So I thought, oh, I'll just check, see if it's on here first before I go on Netflix because I finished that episode. And it was. And I was like, well, bugger me.
I love, it doesn't happen very often, does it, when you're looking for something like, oh, well, I can get it on something I actually pay for.
Surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker. Okay, there were some interesting reviews. I mean, the second one, hats off to you for being anonymous and leaving that. Impressive. But did you do The 666 Degrees of Jake.
Of course I did.
I'm interested. Do you know what I'm interested in now? It's who you go to.
Well, at the beginning.
No, wait, not from where you start from. It's where you end up at, and the person you're gonna, how you lead it into
Right.
Adventures of Babysitting.
Okie dokie. Kyle Gallner played Paul Collin,
Oh, Colin.
but has featured in so many movies like Scream 5, the Smile movies, and many TV shows from CSI to The Walking Dead. It was his part of Quentin Smith in the god-awful remake, reboot, redo of 2010's Nightmare on Elm Street that links us to Connie Britton, who played Dr. Gwen Holbrook. Connie has appeared in Nashville, White Lotus, and Friday Night Lights, but is mostly known for her role in season 1's VHS Murder House as Vivian Harmon. Dennis O'Hare played Larry Harvey in season 1, but also continued through the franchise to play many parts, my personal favourite being Liz. However, he also played Russell Edgington in True Blood. The much-loved Nelson Ellis, aka Lafayette Reynolds, was a force to be reckoned with in Merlot's. His longtime Bruja partner, Jesus, was played by Kevin Alejandro, also starred in the much-loved TV show Lucifer as Dan, but voiced the character Jace in the superb animated show Arcane. Haley Seinfeld voiced Vi and played Kate Bishop in Hawkeye, alongside Kingpin, played by Vincent
D'Onofrio.
Why would that word come out? Who plays
D'Onofrio.
Thor/Dawson in Adventures in Babysitting.
Oh God. Yeah. D'Onofrio. Have you done D'Onofrio before?
Yeah, a couple of times, but not many. But yeah, so there is one character left I cannot link anything to at the moment, but I'll get there.
This is what I'm finding interesting. So yes, obviously the middle bit is interesting, but it's who you get to. It's the person now you get to. Because it was a long time you did oh God, what's his name?
Heath Coogan comes up a lot.
Yes.
There's a lot of connections.
Yeah. So then it was like, all right, okay, then so how are we linking Dirt to Keith Coogan? And then you changed it.
Yeah, then you've got a lot of Elizabeth Shoes. You've had some Brendas.
Brenda.
But I haven't come across Daryl yet. So Daryl is one that I'm waiting for to be able to do. And obviously, it's kind of hard because he's been in stuff as of recently, but Anthony Rapp obviously was the one who accused Kevin Spacey. So he was
shit
for a while. Yeah, he was blacklisted for a while. So he had a bit of a drought, and that's
Oh my God!
it's
Okay.
kind of hard to. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what you do next season.
Yeah, I'm thinking Conair, unless anyone wants to tell me any different. But I'm edging towards Conair just because it's so far. There's a lot of people to get back to in that, and I feel like that could lead to some really interesting. Because the cast list is huge.
Diagrams.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Oh, that was Jennifer's Body. What are we doing next week?
I'll leave that one to you to explain.
Next week on the Monsters Up North podcast, we have I dare say, a very special episode. I would dare say a mammoth of an episode. Because we're not just doing one movie. We're not just doing two. Christ, we're not even doing three. We're covering four. 4 movies. And we will not be alone in our venture.
No.
We will leave that for a little surprise. But we are doing the Conjuring movies. However, it is the Conjuring movies with Ed and Lorraine Warren. We're not doing the whole universe. That's a lot. 4's enough.
No, we're doing the four movies that have the Conjuring in the title.
Yes.
So the original, the second one with the girl with Janet, and the third one, the Devil's Bumhole, and then the fourth one, the brand new one. You know, so we'll tell you if there's any spoilers if we intend to do anything like that before we say anything. But
oh yeah, I'm not going to go out my way and ruin it for you all. But
I might.
Dan just I've seen it. Dan hasn't.
No,
right?
Not yet. As of today, no.
As of right now, she's not seen it, but I have. But yes, that's the plan. 4 movies. Can we do it?
Of course.
You'll have to tune in next week and find out.
The most I've watched in one sitting for a thing was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I watched 11 movies that week.
Why?
Because we were talking about Leatherface, and I take this very seriously, don't you realise? So in 1 week, I watched 11 Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies for that podcast. So, yeah.
Right. I didn't, but partly because some of them are fucking god awful and an absolute spit on the franchise.
I can confirm this because I watched them.
I think I got very angry in that episode, didn't I, when we were talking about the most recent one.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that I have no intention of ever beating 11 in 1 week for another podcast, because that was an excessive
That
amount of
was a
time
lot.
spent, and some of those movies are hours I will never get back, but you know, it is what
But
it
you
is.
did it. You did
I did
it.
it.
You've experienced the massacre.
And I did it so you didn't have to. Not you, just you, Sammy, but everyone. I did it for you. I took one for the team.
Oh god. I don't even think he got a really big kill count either.
No.
Like, fuck, pull your socks up, Leatherface, man.
Oh, get
Um
those.
Right, so this has been Jennifer's Body. Next week is the Conjuring movies. We are on the Nerdy Up North YouTube channel. Our episode goes out every Monday from 10 o'clock. You can also find us on audio from anywhere you get your podcast from later on that day. You lucky ducks, you get to see us and hear us all in one day.
Grand.
I'm not gonna lie, it's really late. We're
Yeah.
very tired.
Mhm.
What
This is
was
the second one we've done tonight as well, because
it
we
is
is good.
that good. The links for Bleeding Marvelous, Monsters Up North, and Nerdy Up North are where down.
Who knows? I give up. No, they're done. They're down there.
And then you.
No, it's still the Hombre Purple, and
Right, how many weeks is that now?
this will be week 3, but I only had, like, technically.
How is
2.
it your nails are amazingly in the cuticle part? Like mine would be hanging off by now.
Oh, they are. There is a big gap, but she does do really, really well with me, and
Oh,
I've got 2 weeks left, I think, before I go and get these done. Yeah.
my goodness. Sorry, that's nail care with Monsters of North.
Nails.
It's
God,
been
that was an Alaska 5000 kind of reference there, wasn't it?
that was a Thunderfuck 5000.
Yeah, nails.
Wow, that is going back some. I don't even think she goes by that name
Your
anymore.
makeup is terrible. That was one of my favorite songs for such a long time.
Oh god.
Oh.
Well, if there's nothing else left to say goodbye, Dan.
Do you buy all your murder weapons at Home Depot? God, you butch. Bye.
Stay spooky, everyone. Bye.